showing that we're pretty good on the road and tough to beat. And, 3 out of 4 on the road this year, we've been able to grab something. But we're also disappointed, right? Anytime you're up and you're up a goal and up a man, you'd like to finish that game out with 3 points. And so the guys are disappointed, but that's a healthy thing. We know we could have played better up a man, and I thought we were careless with the ball, and I think that was the real difference. And when you're careless with the ball up a man and a bit casual, and you're staring down at Peck and Paint Seal, I don't care how many players they have. They're nasty, and they're coming at you, and they're fast, and again, they're the two of the best players in the league. They're dynamic, and so I think that was kind of the story of the game. We have some chances, hit the post, and had a couple good looks, but again, I thought if we took care of the ball in a better way and weren't so careless with it, I think we would have been able to create more chances and limit some of the transition moments that the Galaxy had.
All right, we'll start off questions in the room. Jorge?
Coach, with Blake Gillingham going down, being checked down, doing good, has he been evaluated? Did you just...
Blake's fine. He's fine. He's 100%. Yeah, he's fine.
All right,
That's it?
I mean,
You came the whole way here, and that's it.
You knocked it all out the park. I mean...
Give me something. Come on. Came the whole way here. Give me something.
Like you said, I mean, it must sting to drop all 3 points and split them. You dominated in every stat. You said you're careless on the ball. Was there a lack of urgency?
I think, again, the way we attack, it's important for us to value the ball. We don't usually our transition right now because of our profiles. It's not going to be a bang, bang, we're off to the races in the way that Galaxy has the ability to do, right? We have to do it with possession and short passes and taking care of the ball and switching the point of attack and pushing teams lower. And that, again, we did it, of course, because we're up a man, but we didn't do it enough. And again, it's twofold. It's one, we get better looks, but we're also in a better position to push them back and not be in these transition moments and allow our defenders to come up the field and have a higher degree of rest defending. And again, I just thought over the course of the game there were just too many careless giveaways, and it just didn't. It allowed them to get in the game and us to not have as many chances as we probably should have. But listen, I give them a lot of credit. Again, I thought they were brave. I thought Greg's was very brave in his reactions to it, and man v man all over the field. And they were very dangerous even down a man.
All right, Coach. We'll go with questions on Zoom. Joey?
Hey, Ben. First start of the year for Brooklyn Rays. Just get your thoughts on his performance today.
Yeah, pretty good. I thought up until the red card, we were very good. I thought our tempo on the ball was right. Our urgency, our tension behind the ball of making sure Peck and Paint Seal were covered and accounted for. We were physical, but we were calm. I really liked us up until the red card, and it changed the game, of course. And again, then I just explained it what I thought went a little bit wrong during that time. But again, we still had long stretches of possession, and we still pushed them back as you would up a man, but still not dangerous enough.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, we'll go with Sam now.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, off the beat on the road. For the milestone, congratulations. Once again, I want to ask you, how well do you think the team executed the game plan against LA Galaxy tonight?
Well, as I just said, Sam, up until the red card, I thought we did a wonderful job. Limited their chances. I thought we're dominating the game, and I thought it was as good a performance as we've seen from us on the road this year. And then the red card until the half, I thought we were just casual. And we didn't understand the urgency up a man to move the ball and take care of it. And again, we were just careless. And that led to some breaks. Some easy turnovers led to breaks for them. And as I said, when you have Paintsville and you have Peck, they're wonderful players. They really are. And every time I see them, they impress me more and more. And they're tough to deal with, especially, again, if you don't take care of the ball.
Ezekiel Ponce got his second of the season. How relieved do you think this goal will be to him going into the season?
We asked him to really stay patient tonight and stay in front of the goal and not drop and not help as much when he's not getting his touches. And that's a normal thing for a forward if he's not getting goals and he's not getting a lot of service. So I'm really thankful that he was rewarded today. It was a very good goal, a very good team goal, and he was right where he needed to be. And that's how he's going to score goals. And so he's got to trust that we can get him there in those spots. And I'm happy. I'm happy for him. I know it's always nice for a forward to get keep hitting the net. I'd never answered your question about Brooklyn. I thought Brooklyn did fine, and overall it was a pretty good game for him.
Yeah, when you look at the chances, statistics of the game, ball position, pass accuracy, Houston have all the right numbers high on there, and but they limited themselves to one goal. I mean, what do you think the team could have done differently to really get more goals? Looking at one goal against LAFC, great game, one goal against Galaxy, up to the right hand.
Yeah, I think it's a fair criticism of us right now, and we're a little bit toothless, but I hate to keep repeating myself, but taking care of the ball and bringing numbers into their half would have helped. We would have had more connections and pushed for that second goal more. But we had enough looks. We got to the right spots. We had the right numbers in the box. Sometimes it's a little bit of a final ball. Ponce hits the post. I think the second one was certainly coming. I thought when we dropped Jack back lower and Nico came on, we became a more dynamic, and Eber came in and gave us some energy. So, listen, we're a work in progress. But on the positive note, 4 games on the road this year, we've come away with something, and that's it's not an easy league, or no league is easy to go on the road and get something. This is a tough building. I've played here I don't know how many times. I've coached here I don't know how many times, and I've left with 0 quite more times than not. So again, pleased with a point, but we're disappointed. In some ways, we felt like we dropped 2.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, brother.
We'll go with Herman.
Herman.
Hey, Ben. What are your thoughts on Sebastian Kovacic's game tonight? It felt like he was a little bit more fearless than normal and looking to get the service in the box, and just led to good opportunities for your team tonight.
He's in isolation. He's starting to go after guys a little bit more and kind of run downhill at them and create more opportunities for us. He's filling a void right now. It's not an ideal spot for him out there, right? He's really moved to a bunch of different spots for us this year, and if I'm critical of him, I thought he's one of our better soccer players, and there were some possessions that I think he would want back. That I thought he could have did better. But overall, he's dangerous, and he's having a fairly good season.
And another positive note, it seems like the theme is that your youngsters in the defense continue to step in. Blake, with the new signing, got the start tonight, and Abudesu, another good performance. Just your thoughts on them, and they continue to perform for you.
They have to. They're next man up. certainly Blake again makes a great save early or in the first half. He's done fine. He's done fine, and that's it's impressive. And Femi's come in and gotten a lot of minutes, and overall he's holding up in not only at in the MLS but also in some tough places. Again, Seattle. He's gotten a lot of minutes in a lot of tough spots, and he's holding up. So certainly proud of him and Blake for stepping in when they're needed, and Brooklyn as well. Brooklyn continues to grow here at the Dynamo, and he had a performance good enough to make my life a little bit more difficult as far as is for next weekend.
And just to piggyback off that thought on Brooklyn Reigns, last week we saw Junior get the start because of the game plan, right? The game plan. What was the thought behind starting Brooklyn tonight? What did he give you tonight, or were you looking for him to give you tonight?
Well, the thought behind him was Junior strained his calf late in the week, and it was just, as I said, next man up. Brooklyn's. We've right now with this group, we're preferring Jack a little higher, coming inside, and we trust Brooklyn to do a good job for us. It's as simple as that.
Thank you, Ben. Safe travels back home.
All right,
we'll end it off with Diego.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Diego.
I just wanted to ask you, looking forward, you guys have another game this next weekend against Colorado. You talked a lot about keeping the ball, but is there anything else specifically that you want to take out of this game and, talk to the guys a little bit throughout the week and some more things that you want to think about when it comes to training before Colorado?
No, I think we know who we are right now. Okay, we know it's when we're at our best. We know how we're going to have success, and we know where we're vulnerable. And so we'll just keep working on those things. And when I say possession, it's not useless possession. It's possession with the idea of creating overloads and creating service and getting end line and being dangerous and scoring more goals. Right? We're not doing this just to pass the ball around. And again, I didn't think we really found the balance of that when we were up a man for the majority of this game. But when the game was even numbers, again, I thought it was as good as we've played all year.
And coming into a situation where you lose a lead thanks to a set piece, what is going on through your head? And going into those moments, is there something specifically that could be improved, or do you think that it's not creating that foul in general?
Yeah, well, it's not a great foul, right? Artie will be the first to raise his hand. We can move our feet and not make fouls in very difficult areas. But again, what leads to that play? I think we give one away. I think it's Blake gives one away. Griffin turns it over, and it comes back down our throat. So again, taking care of the ball or making the right decision in the moment. And too many times, whether it was the decision, whether it was a poor turnover, it led to these moments where they had very good attackers in spots that it doesn't matter if you're up a man or not. Yeah, they're very, very dangerous. And fouls happen. They created a few chances around the box, and give them credit. They stuck one and got the draw. So again, overall, look, we're a little bit disappointed in it. We could get better. Is there a lot to gain from this game playing up a man? Yeah, for the next time we're up a man. But we'll focus on the 11v11 part and just keep building, getting ready for Colorado.